Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day. Felt called to use my Angel Answers deck. This is what the box looks like by Radley Valentine. Angel Answers. So, I feel like there's someone out there that needs an answer to a situation that they're experiencing. There's like some kind of waiting. They're wondering about. Okay, that's too many. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, please guide me towards a few cards, towards 4 cards that will help the viewer, please. Please guide me towards 4 cards that will help the viewer. 4 cards that will help the viewer. Please guide me, Spirit. Okay, well, that was easy. Actually, I saw that one first, so I'll put it there. Okay. And please guide me, Spirit, for 1 card for the general energy. Thank you. Alright, let's see what we have. So, general energy is unlikely. So, if you're asking yourself a specific question lately, if someone is going to do something, or if you should wait, or if it's going to be exactly the way you imagined it, apparently it's unlikely. That doesn't mean it's a negative thing. Please do bear in mind that sometimes a spirit, the universe, whatever it is that you want to call it, God, those above, they're at a level beyond our comprehension. And because of this, what they are planning, what they are guiding us towards, or even if you just want to think of it as in energies that balance each other out, it's so big, it's so vast, it's infinite. What the possibilities are beyond our scope of imagination as human beings on this physical plane. So it just because it might not happen the way that you're imagining it, it may not be such a bad thing. It may end up actually being much, much, much better than you imagined. Perhaps a similar situation, but just a lot better. It may also be just a completely different outcome than what you were originally expecting. And with a similar result, or it might be a completely different result. Maybe if you're inquiring about a relationship, maybe you're waiting for the other person to make the first move, or maybe you're expecting to meet them in a specific place or a specific time. Sometimes what we imagine is not actually the best for us. Sometimes we kind of just got to go with the flow and take any opportunities that present themselves, or even create opportunities. And this image, because of the light emanating from her, like it makes me think of creation, like creating from the heart is what I'm hearing right now. From the light, from it makes me think of a cross. So if you're someone that believes in the cross, it's perhaps a spiritual calling. And there's, it's with the moon, the tides. So maybe it's a cycle, and an old cycle needs to finish before a new one begins. The moon is also our emotions, and going based off of our intuition rather than the logical mind. Maybe paying attention to dreams, the subconscious messages. So So maybe if you've been having lots of vivid dreams lately, maybe pay attention to what you've been seeing, experiencing, and feeling, especially. Um, when we read about the meaning of things that we dream about, um, in books and other people's guidebooks and whatnot, it may or may not actually resonate with us. The main thing to remember, about dreams when we translate them is that it's different for every person. It's based off of many different factors. It's based off of what you've been taught growing up, what you've associated, these individual colors or meanings or people or places, um, with growing up. Like, think about in your own life, what do those repetitive or very vivid things that you remember, like, what is it that, like, on a regular day, if you see that or see that person or visit that place, like, how would you feel, right? Like, that's a very good way to kind of judge what the meaning behind the dream is how you feel. um is it uncertainty? Is it hope? Is it elation? Is it um, frustration? Or is it just, you see a certain color and it makes you happy? Well, then maybe look up the meaning of that color. Yeah, and I'm being suggested right now that perhaps perhaps I can make a video in the future that actually um, talks about the meaning of colors. So if this is something that would interest you, please let me know. Give me a like down below if you want, or even comment, to let me know that that's something you'd be interested in. I might just do that. Yeah. So, and do what you do with love. The pink is love. It's not like romantic love. I mean, romantic relationships can have divine, like, pure love in them. But what I mean to say is that in the color pink itself is a color of love, in the sense of like a mother's love for a child, like truly appreciating and um, enjoying the presence of the other person. Um, yeah. And perhaps because she looks like she's actually made of water. So, like, you see the water going up, and it's almost like she's made of water. So perhaps using your emotions, your intuition, in order to guide you, in order to create something that is divinely beautiful. I'm hearing right now some kind of, I'm thinking beauty pageant is what I'm getting. Makeup, like, there's like a woman with like curly dyed blonde hair, like sitting in front of a mirror, and like almost like just before she goes out for uh some kind of a, not performance, but in front of the public. She's well known. Well, maybe that resonates with some of you. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah. If you're like, well, that makes no sense, then no worries, don't take it. If it only take what you hear if it resonates with you. If you feel like it's something that applies to you, you have your free choice. You can, even if you are like, oh yeah, that applies to my situation, and you're like, oh no, I don't really want to do that. That's cool. You do what you do. You do what you want to do. And the next card. So the next step. This is the current energy. Okay, so there's some kind of a waiting. There's some kind of like intuition, some kind of divine creativity, divine love, um, because the purple is the divine, so divine love would make sense. And just like following your intuition, following your heart, and letting that glow. Perhaps showing your love to the world, which might actually help you feel free, elated, as though you're liberated from uh, from stress. Um, some of you may be keeping something hidden, perhaps. Have been keeping something hidden. That might not be all of you. But there is a little bit of like a hint of sunlight here, so there's definitely like some kind of new beginning. I feel like this is an ending of a cycle. Again, cycles, yeah, like the tides, like the moon. So the moon cycle is about 28 days, I believe. So maybe in 28 days, maybe in a month, some kind of big change, some kind of, or not necessarily big change, but like big transition or progression, truth, emotional truth coming out, perhaps. And there's actually steam along on the top of the emotions, so perhaps by revealing your emotions, this will create. I associate was sorry about that. I associate steam with fire and water, which is a steamy atmosphere or passionate atmosphere. So perhaps by bearing your emotions and being straightforward and honest, um, and still kind-hearted, I guess. Bearing the truth of your emotions will create some kind of a new cycle, ending of an old cycle, getting rid of stuff that no longer serves you in order to bring the fire back and create more passion. There, that's what I wanted to say. Interesting. So, the next card, so this is like kind of like the in between going into the new beginning is what I'm feeling. And the card is romance. Ooh, romance. So romantic. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so let's see. So perhaps a new person that you've met, or someone that you feel a deep connection with. Based on the colors, from what I've seen, the pinkish, reddish, oranges, and then like the bluey kind of colors, that's associated a lot of time with twin flames. So perhaps it's a twin flame connection, or perhaps a soulmate connection. Someone perhaps that you've known in a past life, or that you have known before previously in this life, and you stopped talking to them for a while, maybe a few years. I'm getting 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 9 years, 10 years, 12 years. So I mean, it's gonna be different for everyone, obviously, but it's definitely a divinely guided relationship. Oh wow, like I just noticed actually that there's wings here. I didn't notice that at the beginning. It's like the angels or your guides are literally surrounding you with their wings. They're literally protecting you. And then the divine is like orchestrating something, again, something bigger than what you could imagine perhaps at the moment, um between the two of you. Or maybe for some of you it might be a lifelong uh commitment, or maybe some of you it'd be more like a goal, something that you work towards. It might not even be like, for some of you that have no interest at all in like a actual romance or romantic relationship, perhaps it's just like a coworker, someone that you enter into agreement with, um, in order to get to a specific goal, a specific project, something bigger than yourselves. And this can apply to the soulmate, romantic or twin flame, um, instances as well. Is that especially for the twin flames or soulmates, or yeah, um, I feel like spirit is like, okay, in order for this, whatever it may be, which is the thing that's beyond what we understand right now, in order for this to happen, which needs to happen, these two people need to come together and in peace and harmony as well. So it'll be a very harmonious union, or relationship or agreement, between two people, or two people and that goal, like working together, having that same goal, that same feeling, that drive, that passion, forward, going forward towards that golden opportunity, that golden goal, that golden, like that. I don't know how to express that divine golden opportunity to create and change the world in positivity and love and light, going forward into the future. Divine intervention I'm getting. So there has been something, or perhaps there will be something that, um, that will bring you together in love, and it's a pure love. It's very beautiful. And then there's the rainbow there. This reminds me of the saying or the concept that after the rain, the sun comes out and the rainbow shines in the sky, letting us know that everything is going to be okay. So everything's going to be okay. And for some reason, every time I look at the image on the screen, I see a white horse. Okay, there's no horse in this picture, but I keep seeing a white horse. So maybe that'll resonate with some of you. Maybe some of you have a spirit guide that is a horse. If that's the case, then you know that's them letting you know that they're there to guide you and protect you. So feel free to call upon them, whenever you feel, um, that you need that extra boost of courage. I'm getting the word loneliness right now, so maybe you're feeling lonely. Um, but you know what? It's like right around the corner. It's so close. Like right now, I have like the feeling that I get when I see this. This is that it's like you're finishing up an old cycle, an old chapter in your life. This is where you are right now. But if we were to, like, let's say this is a slot of time in your life, and this is a slot of time in your life, okay? If you're in this slot right now, you're literally like right here. You're like right right on the edge of that new, um, slot of time. You're so close. So it's almost like it's like the deep breath before the plunge is what I'm hearing right now. So maybe this is just like a period of time that the universe is giving you in order to rest, in order to breathe a little, in order to kind of get your strength back up, before committing to this new relationship, this new phase in your life. And it's so beautiful. Like, just that passion. And by passion, right now, I'm feeling like what I mean by passion is just that not only that sense of we are in this together, but also like working from your heart. If you can see here, here and here, there's actually golden light there, and it's almost like by working through the love that you feel towards this project and with each other, for your connection, that uh, that gives more energy to the project itself. And it's almost like there's multiple layers to this project. Like, there's so many layers to this project. There's a lot going on in it, and it's a beautiful, balanced project. The idea, the concept is actually quite balanced. There's just so much to do, and by having each other to support each other, to ground each other. Right now, I'm getting like connected to the earth, grounding, root chakra. Like, there's a golden light here, and that's like right in the red, and the red I associate with the root chakra, which is grounding yourself to the earth, to earth energies. Um, so by making sure that you're grounded, that'll help. Maybe it'll help to have a clearer vision or a clearer perspective or path forward. There's another word that I was searching for too. Grasp. Grasp. A clearer grasp of the project, of the overall, the whole idea, the whole project. Creating it together in oneness. And by creating this agreement in between each other, you will be able to take flight. You will be able to join hands and fly upwards into the heavens, which is just another. It's another way of this, of the universe or spirit saying that you will reach your dreams. It's very beautiful. And you're very connected by the heart as well. So this is a very loving relationship. Or if it's there can be love in the relationship if it's not romantic, if it's just like a couple of coworkers or a couple of friends or family members. There can still be love. Love is not exclusive to romantic relationships. You can even have love for a project that you're working on. Maybe this also represents that. Maybe this represents that passion that you have for your job, for your career, for what you're working on as well, is being in that relationship with that project. So make sure, if that's the case, I'm getting is like when it comes to being grounded, root chakra, is do your research, Um, Make sure to calculate. I'm 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 hearing like shipping. I'm also hearing accounting, um, creative abilities. So basically, like if you're thinking about surrounding yourself with a team, hiring new people, um, you know, do your research, check their resumes, their CVs, um, you know, and interview them, obviously. And it might also be like, don't just base yourself on that. Maybe it's also base yourself as well on the person themselves, because sometimes people don't have official experience in something, in some type of job, or um, I'm really searching for my words today. Like I see it in my mind, but the word just it's like on the tip of my tongue. Um, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Basically, like it can be either or. I mean, it can be do your research, make sure that they're qualified. It can be make sure they're a balanced person. They have both the qualifications and a good personality. And sometimes there's the rare gem that they don't seem to have much in terms of qualifications, but once you give them a chance, it's someone that will meet and exceed your expectations. Um, so maybe like there's some kind of a training that you can offer them, like a basic training for when they're starting. I feel like that person, there's someone that could benefit from that. And that person that is truly dedicated to your company, to your goal, to your vision, will they will put their heart and soul into it. They will work their butt off to help you with this because they believe in it. So maybe that's what it is then. If they truly believe in your vision, your goal, and they truly want to help you out with it, and they seem genuine about that, then maybe give them a chance, even if at first you weren't too sure because, they don't have all that much on their resume it seems like on their resume they don't have much to offer, but there's something there that they can offer that maybe that you're not thinking about right now. Again, it may be again that divine intervention, that divine alignment, that not knowing what the outcome will be, but it'll be much better than bigger than anything you could have imagined, a different outcome or a different outcome than what you were expecting or thinking was possible. Because there are things that we don't actually know that we don't know. you know, there's the stuff that we know. There's the stuff that we know we don't know. In other words, you know that you have to learn something in order to accomplish something else, but you have to learn how to do it. And then there's the stuff that you don't know, right? So it's something that's bigger than you in the sense that you may not see the outcome right now, but trust that it will work out and follow your intuition going forward when it comes to this new person, this new. I keep getting like something to do with job and hiring people. So like maybe you're kind of like going through your team members or employees right now, and you're kind of like thinking about, you know, sweeping away the old and replacing with new, fresh people so that you can get, you know, so your company can adapt or um, be more aligned with what it is that you are actually seeing for it right now with what you've always envisioned. perhaps like it didn't work out in the past the way that you had imagined it. Maybe the people that you had hired at the beginning, like they're still there, but they're kind of stagnant, you know, like they're not really evolving. Um, or maybe not. Maybe it's just a new person or new people, and just do your research and go with your intuition as well. So the next card. So this, I think this is gonna be a timeline, honestly. The next card is Big Happy Changes. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. So that right away when I looked at this, the impression I got was that this comes after this. So some kind of new commitment between you and one or more people will lead to big happy changes. So maybe that ties into, like I was saying, you feel like your company is stagnant, or this project that you're working on, whatever it may be, creative, or maybe something to do with numbers, money, um, like Excel spreadsheets, I'm getting as well. Um, like new buildings. So, uh, so this new person. Sorry, the camera just cut off right there. I think there's a time limit on how long these videos can be. I'm gonna check that, but let's recap a little bit. So, this, um, this change, this new beginning, either in your company, with new employees, perhaps, or maybe a romantic relationship, or a new soulmate friendship, or a family member that you're starting to get along with again, maybe like an uncle that you haven't talked to in a long time. You start talking to them again, and it gives you a lot of happiness. And this change, this decision to make these changes that you've been thinking about for perhaps a little while now, perhaps a few months, maybe longer, will go from old and stale to new and fresh. So that is what's going to be creating these big happy changes. And this person, whether it be in your company or a romantic relationship or friend, etc., they will have your best interests in mind. Like, again, I'm seeing light from the heart. So this person cares. This person will support you and your goal or your company, your mission, and they might be open to the same thing as you. And even if they don't know what it is, um, that divine goal, if you're someone who's like really spiritual, I'm feeling maybe you're someone that is, some of you are very spiritual, and you have this goal of bettering the world, and this new person or new people or new opportunity, new contract, or some kind of a union, or some kind of a new start, or change in something to do with relationships. No matter what, it's something to do with relationships. Some kind of new start, new beginning in relationships. And they will be there for you. They believe in you. They believe in your project. They believe in what you're doing. So, and this will help take off weight from your shoulders. If you've felt a lot in the past few years, past um past few years, that I'm getting to 3, so maybe 2 or 3 years, or maybe 23 years for some of you. Um, if you've had that weight on your shoulders, like, oh, I feel like I'm doing everything. Why do these people not get me? Like, this change will make all the difference, and you will feel so much better once it's done. Once it's done and it's concluded, and these people are starting to work for you, and the old ones are gone, gone to do whatever it is that's better for them. Um, you know, maybe with your help, then you won't have to always think about more than you have to. And this will reduce the stress, the mental stress, which will then your make you feel lighter as well, and just happier in general, because you won't have to worry about so many people. You can trust them, you can let them do their job, and you know that the job is going to get done. And it might be also that some of you, the relationship, especially perhaps like twin flame, because twin flames are usually there for the same goal, the same divine purpose. um, Once you're aligned with that purpose and you've done the healing, you've come together and you've decided, okay, let's do this, then that leads to that wish fulfillment, that leads to that abundance, that greater goal starting up, finishing, um, finishing what you started, I'm hearing, beginning, stop, end. So yeah, an old phase is coming to an end, basically, and a new one is beginning, blossoming. Nice. All right, next card. Okay, so this one is like kind of present moment is what I'm feeling. So it's kind of like, actually, I'm thinking that I think at the beginning, let me just say something first. At the beginning, I said that this is, if I saw this, if we see this like a timeline, you're here and almost there. Maybe you're more like, if the timeline goes like this, okay, let's say like this is where you started and this is where you're heading. Um, I'm thinking more you're like around here somewhere. And getting to the end of this card is like equivalent to being in union or being in some kind of a contract or agreement together. So I think I'm gonna go based off of that, actually. If you were to just like take a break right now and just stop and think, or not even think, and just kind of just look at your life where you are right now. Like, is there anything that you would want to change? Um, I actually forgot. I actually forgot where I was going with that, but apparently I had to say that. So there you go. And sometimes when I'm channeling messages, I'm not even like keeping track of what I'm saying. I'm just saying whatever comes out. So hopefully that resonates for some of you, and will be helpful. So, and by looking at this light beam here, it's almost like movement forward with this goal in mind and wanting to create a better something, a better world or better result, wanting to improve some kind of a system that's already in place, wanting to create a better one. Based on the clothing, the orange makes me think of monks. So maybe like there's kind of some kind of humble or spiritual aspect to it. A new. This reminds me of one of my cards in another deck, um, of a horse, actually a Pegasus, a pretty similar horse, but with wings up in the clouds, and that was, I believe, new commitment or something like that, or a new partnership is what it was. So yeah, again, new partnership. So there's someone or some people that you need to take action towards. So the action that you need to take right now, or very, 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 very soon, I'm getting within the next few days, the next week, or maybe for some of you like next like couple of weeks. I mean, you know, don't take that literally. if you feel that doesn't make sense. It might be longer than that for some of you. But definitely someone, I feel like within the next few days, next week or week and a half, there's some kind of action that needs to be taken in order to fulfill this desire, this wish, this to create or not create, because it already exists, this union, this relationship, this partnership. It already exists, but in order to seal the deal, so to speak, you need to take action of some kind. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from that one. And once you've done that, or maybe in relation to something else, within the next few months, you will start seeing results. Golden results. Remember that golden opportunity? By working together with someone or some people together on the same goal, the same project, when you work with people that you resonate with, that have that same interest as you do, when it comes to this company, this job, this project, this goal, you will reach that goal. You will. It may take a while, but within the next few months, you will start seeing results. You will start seeing things trickling in, is what I'm getting. Maybe profits trickling in. Maybe concrete visual evidence of this project going forward. I keep seeing buildings, like architectural drawings. So maybe there's some kind of a new building that you're thinking about constructing. And I'm thinking it's more of a public type of space. I'm not thinking so much a house. I mean, for some of you, it might be a house, a home, some kind of a city. This makes me think of a city. I mean, it may not literally be a city, but maybe that's just like a relation to society, to the public. That's the city is not an analogy, perhaps, I think is the word. It's society, basically. So yeah, and keep striving towards that goal, because you're heading towards it right now. Like, if you keep going towards this partnership, by saying yes to this partnership and to keep working together in that common vision, that common goal, you will reach that goal. And it's a lot more doable than you may feel it is right now. It may seem like a huge journey ahead of you, and it is a big journey ahead of you. But remember that life is a journey. It's not a goal. So think of this project the same way. Enjoy every step of the way forward. Keep connected to your divine guides, to above, to the light above you. It will allow you to get that guidance that you seek and shine that abundance outwards from yourself, from your heart, to benefit others. And the heavens will shine because of it. So that is your divine goal, divine mission for some of you. So follow that and see where it takes you, because you're on the right path. You really are. You just have to look at where you're at right now, look at where you want to go, and be 100% honest with yourself. The people that you surround yourself with, are they the type of people that you want to be surrounded with 5 years, 10 years from now? All right, that's the reading. Have a great